About 1 in 8 U.S. women will develop invasive breast cancer over the course of her lifetime.
In 2020, an estimated 276,480 new cases of invasive breast cancer are expected to be diagnosed in women in the U.S.
For women in the U.S., breast cancer death rates are higher than those for any other cancer besides lung cancer.
According to the American Cancer Society, when breast cancer is detected early and is in the localized stage, the 5-year relative survival rate is 99%.
Oi there! My name is Cassie, and I'm a breast cancer survivor.
All right. Hello, and welcome to the Parents of Twitch podcast. I hope everybody's doing great today. Or tonight, whatever the time it may be for you. We have a little bit of a change up. We got our good friend Cabernst30 here. Say hello, Cabernst.
How's it going, everybody?
We got OutlawMyke as always. What's up, OutlawMyke?
Oi there!
And then we have our special guest, Cassi. Say hello to the folks at home, Cassi.
Hello. Oi there.
Oi there.
Oi there.
I don't know why I did that.
Great.
It's classic now.
It's
but
classic.
Yeah, we're just, we've got her here to kind of talk about a couple of things. Obviously, the main thing is, breast cancer awareness, and she is a survivor of that, and it's a good thing to talk about and bring to people's attention. And we're gonna try to, alleviate the seriousness of that with some comedy and other, shenanigans that we always bring to Parents of Twitch. You guys all know us, and so we're just here. We're gonna ask her a couple questions and have some fun. And Mike, I guess, do you want to take it away, buddy?
Yeah, man. Cassie is you're a mom and a gamer too, so you belong with the group.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about just your regular,
Like
daily life. What games do you play? Do you play games with your kid? How old is your kid? Tell everybody her name.
Okay, she's 5 years old. Her name's Leela. Well, we bought her Animal Crossing, and I took over it. And when her dad was planning on getting a Switch 2 with Animal Crossing so he could play with her. So I took over that one too.
She got 2 islands going now.
So I got my own. They abandoned me, and I also got a second Switch.
They abandoned you?
I have 2 islands. Yeah.
Wait, your family or the people on Animal Crossing?
No, my family. They abandoned me on the game. You know what I'm saying? It's just me now.
Like, we don't want to play with you anymore.
They weren't about that life, huh?
Yeah.
I guess not. Leela just wants to put the little bugs in her house, and she doesn't want to turn them into the museum and stuff. And she's just like, I want to go visit you, but she doesn't really want to do anything. I guess I bored her, or the game kind of bored her. She doesn't really catch on to what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
But that's what I've been playing recently. I'm a big fan of Fallout.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
There's
Classic. Fallout's classic, man.
Yeah.
Wait, which
Love
Fallout
Fallout.
are you playing right now? Older, newer ones? Which
Well, I'm not playing any right now. I'm playing Animal Crossing. But
Oh yeah, and you're playing. It's on Switch, so you just carry it everywhere, and that's your
Yeah,
game, right?
it's pathetic.
Yeah.
That's what's bad about the Switch is it's so addictive. You gotta like,
Hey,
you can just carry it everywhere, so you can't. You're like, I gotta go to the grocery store. I can't play anymore. You're like, oh, but I can.
I have a
bring it with me.
backpack, a Switch backpack.
Oh my god,
Bring it
it's
to
got
work.
chargers and stuff in it.
5-minute burst.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
You're like looking around. Is anybody here? Is anybody here? Animal Crossing, ready to go.
And then when they walk up and they catch you, you just take the controllers out and then you just say, "Hey, play with me."
Yeah,
go.
You make 'em
sometimes
feel
I would
bad.
hide the
You don't want to play
at
with
work
me?
I would hide the little Joy-Cons underneath the desk and
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Like a
Yes.
true addict. True addict, just hiding it away.
Wow. See, now that makes me not want to play Animal Crossing.
You're like, I swear I can quit. I can quit when I want to. I swear I
You don't wanna
can.
play Animal Crossing. If you play it, you'll be addicted fast.
I never thought that I would play that game.
It took a while.
That's
to
like
break that
that's
habit.
like Teamfight
Yeah.
Tactics for me. Teamfight Tactics was like that for me for a long while.
How long did you
That
play it, Kabernst?
When it came out, Animal Crossing, I played it for like 2 months, like every day.
And then you just had to.
I can't do it anymore. I quit cold turkey.
You had to.
Sure, I'll go back to it though.
You put it down.
Yeah.
I like that with
Halloween
Ark
stuff just
nowadays.
came out.
How long has it been out?
Wait, did somebody just say Arcade?
What?
No, I said I was like that on Ark.
Oh.
Oh,
Like-
okay.
Yeah.
It came out
Yeah,
in
yeah.
March, right when COVID hit. It's like when it like really hit.
Is it
when
really
came
that
out.
new?
Yeah, and it was like Nintendo dropped it just the right time because everyone was
Bro.
at home, nobody was going anywhere.
Yeah,
and
dude.
it just exploded.
And then you couldn't get Switches for a good while. Like
I
they
know, and the
were-
ones you
weren't
could were
making
like
any.
triple the price. Like I was looking at
Yeah.
some of them for a buddy, and I was like, "What the heck is going
I'm
on
so
here,
glad
man?"
I bought mine day one.
Dude,
Well, I got mine from Discord. You know, the little bots that tell you something's in stock. I was like on 3 different servers trying to get one. My second one. I ended up getting it, but I think you can get them easily now. But
You can get the light ones really easily. I think the main consoles are still sometimes hard to find.
yeah, that's the one I wanted. Because it started off with the light. I was like, this isn't enough.
I will.
I do want to add one more game though that is my favorite. It's The Witcher.
I knew you were gonna say that. Oh man, I knew you were gonna say that.
I got a tattoo. I got The Witcher tattoo.
Did you watch the show too?
Huh?
Did you watch the show as well?
I did watch the show. I thought it was pretty good.
I liked it.
I was worried, but I think it was pretty good.
Yeah, Henry Cavill did. He's doing a decent job at it. I thought it was gonna
I
be.
think he did great. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I didn't know, man.
That's one of those castings you're like, huh? But then it just
Okay,
works.
Triss though. Triss, I'm not a fan of Triss. Well, I never really was, but I know it's based on the books or whatever,
Mhm.
but I've been playing the game, and so when I see this chick, I'm like, ugh, that is not Triss.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you remember her in the show.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
Who is Triss? Just
Wait, yeah. I
for those
don't
people who have
remember.
no idea what you're talking
I'm
about,
sorry.
not me, obviously, but like people
Not-
maybe
yeah,
in the
not
chat
him.
that have no idea what you're talking about, just let them know, you know.
Well, if you remember Yennefer,
Yeah.
that's one of Geralt's lovers. But I don't know, something happened and he got like amnesia. And Triss is the second woman, and she knows Yennefer, but she got into a relationship with him
Gotcha.
as well, and Yennefer was not happy.
Yeah.
But Triss is the other woman.
They're both
Oh.
witches or
And they're-
sorceresses.
so
or,
so
Yes,
are they?
they're both
yeah,
sorcerers.
both magical people.
So they're
Yeah.
they're with the Witcher, Henry Cavill. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Sort of.
It depends on what time.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah.
define with, right?
I guess physically with maybe there is that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there
He's
you
had
go.
Not
relations.
emotionally.
Relations. There you go.
Relation.
It's probably hard on relationships being the Witcher and having to kill demons and do all that good stuff and you know what I mean.
A little bit of loving.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. So we were talking to you before, and what were we talking about? Kids. So we were telling about all our kids and like what age they were and stuff. Burnt, you said yours was two and a half. Boy, girl, right?
Got a girl.
Yeah. And then mine's 8 months, little boy. Mike, you got like 6 girls, right? 7
Got
girls?
3.
Yeah, 3
I got
girls.
3 girls. I got a 10-month-old, a 3-year-old, and a 5-year-old.
Gotcha. And then Cassie, you were talking about your little ones.
Yeah, she's 5, and I just got one. She's gonna be the only one. Right here.
You sound like
Wanna
you
say
said
hi,
that,
Leela?
but, yeah,
Wanna
the
come
only
say
one.
hi?
No
Just
more.
wave at the camera. She don't want to.
That's all right. Shy.
She's camera shy.
So having kids, did you have like your kid was born? I'm guessing when you were going through your breast cancer and stuff like that. How old was the child?
No,
wasn't
actually
born yet?
the year before, so 2015.
Yeah.
When I had her, and then a year later. Okay, so when I was pregnant, I got high blood pressure, and usually it goes away after pregnancy, and it didn't. So a year later, I went to go see this nurse practitioner to get refills on this medicine.
Yeah.
And she saw my family history, and she's like, you know what? I want you to go get a mammogram because it runs in the family, but we don't have the gene, the BRCA gene or whatever it is.
Right.
We don't have it. So I went go do the mammogram just on a fluke kind of thing.
Is that the one where like if you become pregnant, it's like really bad, or there's like one where if you become pregnant it's bad, and there's if you become pregnant it's good? Isn't there something like that, or am I thinking of something completely different? The BRCA gene. Like explain the BRCA gene to us.
Oh, I think it's just bad all around.
Okay, gotcha.
Really, it means that it's in your genes. You probably will get it, the breast cancer. So most people, if they find out that they have these genes, they just get mastectomies immediately.
That must have been kind of
together.
So
that must have been really tough for you to like when she said like, "Hey, I want you to get a mammogram." You're kind of like, "Wait, what? I thought this was just blood pressure." Like, what? What's going on
I know. I'm just
here?
going to get refills.
Yeah, can't I just
And
take some
it's not even a
Propetanol or
doctor.
something?
So I went, and they found like 3 lumps in there, and I guess they were suspicious, so they ordered a biopsy. And then she called me while I was at work, and she's like, "Hey, can you come over to the doctor's office to talk about your results?" I was like, no, tell me right now, because I just had a feeling. I can't wait. I'm impatient. I have to know now. She's like, "Well, I really don't want to." I was like, "No, just tell me, please." And she said it was malignant, that I had cancer.
Oh my god.
So yeah, that sucks. I mean, Leela was a year old, just turned a year old, and I had to go get a mastectomy. Only one. They only took one, and I did chemo and radiation as well.
How long did you have to do chemo and radiation for? My dad.
Some people are good at like recording their times. I'm not. I don't know how many rounds it was, but I can tell you that I was almost stage 3 cancer. Wow. It just entered my lymph nodes.
Yeah.
Just a little bit, and they said it wasn't enough to say that it was stage 3. So I guess that's lucky.
No,
'cause,
yeah, you're right. It is
you know,
because once it enters the lymph
just in
nodes,
time.
once they enter the lymph nodes, like I remember when my dad got cancer, it was like just at stage 4, and they were like, it's like they kind of, it's not like they give up on you, but they just kind of like, your chances aren't good.
It's
So-
bad, it spreads everywhere.
Yeah, the lymph nodes. That's when it hits those things, man. It's just, the doctor says that just like completely just throws your whole body into whack. Like into a complete like shutdown stasis, and so that's awesome they caught it. I mean, it sucks that you got it, but
It's really weird how it happened.
it's like how it sneaks up on you, right? Like you're like, I feel fine. Like I don't.
Nothing wrong. at
Yeah.
all,
Yeah, total surprise.
So was that the only what's the word I'm looking for? When you have a side effect, not a side effect, but like a
Symptom?
yes. Was that your only symptom? Was the high blood pressure?
I didn't really recognize the symptoms
Yeah.
until after I figured out where they were.
Yeah.
I did have some pains, but I mean, all women normally do have some pains in their breasts.
Right.
But excuse me. But I didn't really recognize that it could be that. And they say most people don't even have any kind of pain or symptoms.
Leading up
But
to it, right?
thinking back on it, I'm like, that's where it was.
Right.
It's strange. I don't know.
It does seem a bit bonkers, right?
It really is.
Like the nurse practitioner, you were probably like, what is she talking about?
I kind of agreed with the fact that maybe I should go for a mammogram,
Okay.
but not expecting to find anything at
It's
all.
routine, really.
Yeah. I mean, and by the way, I was 29 when that happened.
Man.
It's crazy.
And so I probably had the breast cancer when I was pregnant for Leela.
Wow.
Now we're gonna go with the weird part right here. Is whenever I gave birth to her and I was trying to breastfeed.
Yeah.
Leela wouldn't latch to one of them, and they're like, "Oh man, you got an inverted nipple," and I'm like, "What? A what?"
What the heck is the
It
inverted?
it wasn't like that before. I swear it wasn't.
You're like, this is all
It's
new down here.
It
Okay,
was
I
an
don't know what's
Audi.
going on here. All right.
It was an Audi, now
Yeah.
it's an innie.
You guys did something. Did you put me to sleep when I had her and you messed with my nipples or something? What's going on? I don't understand.
It wasn't like it wasn't going in or anything, but it was not as out, I guess you could say.
It wasn't the same.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I think that's what it was. I think I had those tumors in there that I don't know. It could
It
be
just
me just I'm not a
prevented it from being
doctor.
it prevented it from being functional. You know?
Yeah, it just did
It's crazy.
start doing weird things to my boob.
How was that? I mean, I can only imagine. I was grown when my dad had cancer, so like that's different. But like,
In your
how
news
did your
today,
kid? I mean, was she old enough to kind of know? Because a year old is like, I guess that's not really old enough to know what's going on. But
At
could you
Beach Nut,
tell
we understand
that
the importance of
she
simplicity in a world that feels like
sensed
everything is
maybe
happening too
like
fast.
what was going on?
That's
like,
why we take
you know
our
what I'm
cues from
saying?
nature.
Does that make any
Yeah.
sense?
Because
What I'm
it
trying to
gives us
say?
simple foods.
Somewhat.
So we do our best to
because
work
I'd
with
always
nature.
be sleeping,
Beach Nut
like,
Naturals
chemo
uses
and
real
stuff.
fruits and
Yeah.
vegetables,
I had
gently
to
cooked
sleep
to
through
preserve
it,
nature's intended nutrients.
and I was always
Beach Nut
sick.
Naturals.
It's rough
Simple
on your body,
choice.
man. Like
I'm
it's.
Tina Gaznavi,
you
and
know, I-
Justin
Yes,
Williams and I
it
are
is.
working with
It's
the
like
team
poison,
from
right?
last
It,
podcast.
yeah,
Yeah.
it
It
is.
really is.
It really,
It's
yeah.
exactly what it is.
It's
right?
literally like just they're like, hey, we're just gonna shoot a bunch of radiation right at your boob, just right there. Just shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it.
But it wasn't enough for her to remember.
That's right, Justin. And for only $49.99,
Sometimes,
you can listen
I
to
guess when she was around 3, she's like, "Why are you missing? Where's your other one?"
I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh.
No, it's fun. It is funny though. It's like
kids just
I
have
don't know
that.
what to say.
Kids have
are,
that.
Kids are like brutally honest.
Yeah.
You know.
They're like most adults like would never say anything about that, and the kid would just come up and be like, "Hey, what's going on here? Why is this one here and you don't have this one? I don't get that. You okay? What's up with your boobs? You know?"
I just said it was making Mama sick. She had to take it off. I can't remember the words, but it was something humorous that she said. I really wish I could remember. But that's another thing. Memory loss. My memory is a lot worse.
You think it's because of the radiation?
The chemo.
So like, what are my personal experiences in life have not brought me to being close to anyone that has gone through this, except for you. Well, we used to work at the same place, and it's so funny because Cassie is one of these people that we should have met a long ass time ago. We went to the same school at the same time. We were friends with the same people, but yet we never met. And then somehow we ended up working the same place together. What?
Did we go to the same school?
You went to Acadiana, right?
No.
No, I thought you went to Acadiana.
Spartans.
Now you see.
Busted.
Look at that. You called me out. But you still had friends. You were friends with a lot of the people that I was friends. Yeah, people that were at Acadiana. Maybe that's where I got that wrong.
Yeah.
Oh well. But anyways, we ran in the same circles, but like adjacent.
Yeah, right.
Like one of those Venn diagrams, the circles.
Yeah.
Like that. But that's the only between and it's kind of. I had an employee over there. I was a manager. I had an employee over there that had cancer and passed away. Like Bobby lasted, like he found out he was sick. I say lasted. That's so wrong.
Oh yeah.
He found out he was sick in like March, and he passed away before Christmas.
That happened quick.
Man,
oh yeah.
That's.
We thought he had like pneumonia or something because he was like he couldn't breathe. Like he'd work for a few minutes and he'd have to sit down. He's like he couldn't breathe. Like dude, you gotta go to the doctor, bro. Like, you can't breathe, man. Go to the doctor. We forced him to go to the doctor, and he came back, and he was like, oh, I got liver cancer.
Jeez.
Apparently had blood clots, like, in his lungs that were preventing him from being able to breathe.
Yeah,
And,
he actually came ask me for advice and stuff with chemo, and I was like, man, you got a totally different kind of cancer. And I think it was like
really...
stage 4, huh?
It was really bad. He didn't come back to work.
Yeah, I was like
that's how bad that was.
There's so many different kind of chemotherapies that you're probably gonna have a rough one.
Yeah.
If you make it to chemo, which I don't know if he did, or he took pills. That's what it was.
I know. Yeah, I know he took pills.
And what sucks about it is it's not the chemo that really it messes you up. What happens is the chemo and the radiation kills your antibodies and stuff in your body. You can't fight off these common diseases, right? So like you get a cold, and with normal people they literally have like the sniffles, but you've got cancer and you get pneumonia. So it's like a lot of people, they don't die from the actual cancer. They die because they get pneumonia, and then they get like C. diff, and they get all these really bad diseases that normal people like me and you would just fight off, and it would be like you'd be sick for a day. And that's what sucks about it. Yeah, it's because
does that side effect last like after the treatment? Like, are you concerned now that we're in the midst of a pandemic? Like, is your immune system back up to normal, or like what are some of the side effects that last post treatment?
Well, I was worried, but apparently nobody else was. Like in the medical field, they're like, if it was just a year ago, I'd be worried, but you're 4 years out, so you should be fine.
It's like the white blood cells obviously like regenerate after a while or whatever.
That makes sense.
You just need time.
I do find I get more sick easier, I guess, but I'm COVID free, so.
Thank God.
Hot dog.
That's a plus.
My dog.
Hot dog.
Hot dog, baby.
Yeah.
Well,
So, I actually about the immune system. After I would have a treatment of chemo, they
Yeah.
would attach Neulasta, a thing, to me, and it would stick on my arm right here. And normally you would have to go back and get this shot the next day to boost your immune system, I believe, if I remember right. But it's just like this little device, and it'll start when it's about to inject in you. It's like, so you're waiting for that needle to go and
Oh, so it's like a
inject you,
thing
and
you
then you
wear
can
on
just
your
take it
arm?
off. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can just take it off after, so you don't have to go back.
yeah, there's
Wow.
did they put a port on you, Cassie?
Yes, I still have it.
Oh, the port.
You can see it.
That was one thing my dad hated, man.
I still hate this thing.
The port I didn't have it, but he told me it was really uncomfortable and
It
like
is.
wearing clothes
See
and
this?
yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ugh.
So what it is it's like they stick you all the time.
Yes.
When you get-
and you have to numb it first. It's
Mhm.
gonna hurt.
And so the port is just an easy way they can literally it's just I guess it's needle just stuck in you like 100% of the day, like all the time. You just have like a needle stuck in you, so they can just connect it to a little tube,
Oh, okay.
and it makes it easier, but it's like uncomfortable as shit. Pardon my French.
Yeah, very
is.
unpleasant.
Yeah, I feel for you, Cassie, because my dad he hated that thing, man, and you know I could only imagine wearing that for months at a time and whatever.
With
you
the
have.
baby too. The baby, crawling up.
Oh
on
my
you.
God.
Sometimes
Oh.
I'd feel like a stab. Like I'm
She
like,
never,
oh,
she
she
never-
messed it up.
Yeah, like you're like waiting for it to just don't grab it. Don't grab
I
it.
feel like it's
please.
gonna rip out.
Oh God.
You know.
Oh,
I know
man.
they're supposed to take it out, but I
Yeah.
guess they forgot.
They're
Oh.
supposed to.
Whoops.
Yeah. She's like, oh, you know what? And just recently, you don't need it. We'll take that out.
Did
Because
you,
you're supposed to actually have it flushed like every few weeks. I'm not responsible. And I don't get it flushed. And she's like, you know what? We'll just take it out. And they never brought it up again.
So still with it.
Yeah, still there. It's still there.
Fair enough. So, let's pivot away now. You are a avid follower of true crime. Is that correct?
Yes.
Now, you put me onto like some podcasts that like got me hooked. Like the Israel Keys one.
Yeah. Yeah, you finished it and I never did.
Yeah, and then they made like a season 2 or something like that, but I didn't listen to it. And then, but the other one, what was the other one you put me on? Trying to think. I'm gonna come up with it and bring it up again. But what is it about true crime that really just attacks you and makes you like need to?
yeah,
be
what gives you the
involved?
urge to listen to that next episode? You know, you're just like you gotta hit play.
I wish I knew.
Is it like
It's just fascinating.
it's like the unknown? That's what I like about it. It's
Yes.
like it's something that you don't deal with every day. You know, it's like and you hear it and it's like almost unbelievable sometimes when you listen and you're like,
Yes.
like what, that really happened? Oh my God, that's insane.
It kind of makes you feel like if you were put in that situation, you would know what to do.
Right?
Too,
Right.
As well.
You're like, I'm a true crime expert.
somewhat.
I know exactly what I'm gonna do if somebody gets murdered
Yeah.
that I know of.
So is there a is there
Oh.
like a subgenre of true crime that you kind of levitate towards, is like missing persons
It's
or like
missing
murder
persons.
cases?
Oh man.
I know you're into that Maura Murray case.
Yes. Yes. I have
Um,
a sticker of her like in my bathroom on something. That
Really?
I got at CrimeCon from the family.
Wait, Crime Con?
Yeah.
Tell us about Crime Con.
It was in New Orleans.
CrimeCon, that sounds awesome.
How many people at that?
Huh?
How many people at that?
There was a lot of people.
So is it like
There
a
was a
Dragon
lot.
Con but for crime, basically?
I guess, like Comic-Con.
Right.
Nancy Grace was there. I took a picture with her.
What?
Wow.
Nice.
Some people really don't like her.
No, yeah, they don't like her at all, man.
But sometimes I really like her at points. You know, sometimes I'm like, yeah, get him.
I think you showed me the sticker for that podcast, Culpable.
Yeah,
from that.
Culpable.
Okay.
Yes.
That's the other one you had put me on, and that one I thought was really good, just because I felt like it hit home. You know, you grow up in South Louisiana. There's always, you know, people going offshore and coming back, and there's always Jody. So it's like it's very interesting to see that sort of thing. It's like brings it home. You know.
Yeah, it was Christian Andriacchio, which
Yeah.
they're still trying to get charges on his girlfriend, I think, and his.
Yeah, his mom is kind
friend.
of like his mom's never gonna give up, kind of thing.
No.
Do you think some cases are hopeless, and they should give up?
I wouldn't say to give up, but
Well, I'm
some
saying
of
like
them-
not maybe like not give up, but like, you know, gain some sort of closure and acceptance. You know, like, are there cases that you followed that you're like, you know, like with the Culpable case, it's like they ruled his death a suicide, and his mom thinks it's murder, and it's a bunch of other stuff involved. But at what point is it, you know, okay, maybe it's time to accept that maybe it was suicide?
Well, you never know when things can change or when people start to talk and whatnot. But I do think there are some cases out there that aren't going to get solved. I don't know if you've ever heard of those two little girls in Delphi that were murdered, and it was Abby and Libby, and one of them took a Snapchat video of this guy walking towards them on this bridge, and they were pretty sure he was involved. I mean, they got video of the guy and they never caught him. He's still
Wow.
on the loose.
That's crazy.
You know, I think that one will be solved, but I mean, here we are like years later.
Right.
And I don't know who it is.
I think you got to put yourself in that position, Mike. You know what I mean? Like, because like you can think
Like,
like,
I get
hey, it's like hopeless, but like if you think about it from their point of view, I guess, like, would you, like, let's say your daughter, like, God forbid, I hope this never happens, but
Yeah.
like, think about it, like, what would happen if like your daughter disappeared, and then the cops were like, oh, she ran away from home.
Right.
Well,
See, that's not really the perspective I was coming from. It was just, you know, sometimes I see some of these stories where it's like the evidence points to X, Y, and Z, but it's like they're in denial.
Yeah,
You
well,
know?
you can see it
Yeah.
from a perspective that they can't, because
Right.
they care about that person. And they're like, no, I'm not gonna
In your news
give up.
today,
Absolutely.
And you're like,
It's like they haven't passed that
Yeah.
stage of grief. You know, denial is the stage of,
Nature.
stage in grieving.
At
and
Beechnut, we understand the
overcoming that, and
importance of
it's-
simplicity
I've
in a
been through
world that
that
feels like
myself,
everything is
and
happening
it's
too
like
fast.
one of those things where
That's
I
why
don't know.
we take our cues from nature.
I don't know how I
because
would
it
react.
gives us simple foods. So we do our
things
best
like
to
that
work
are
with nature.
the very few
Beechnut
things in this
Naturals
world
uses
that
real
really
fruits and
scare me to the
vegetables,
point where I
gently
don't like
cooked
to
to
think
preserve
about them.
nature's intended nutrients.
it's scary. Converts, do you
Beechnut
have any
Naturals.
like true
Simple
crime
choice.
podcasts or anything you like to listen
Hey.
to, buddy?
I'm
I
Kristen
watched
Do you have
Serial
trouble falling
way back
asleep?
when the
Yeah.
first two seasons of Serial.
you should
Watch,
check
listen,
out this
I don't
new
watch
podcast
anything.
called
Yeah,
Jamie.
definitely listen to
Each
them.
week, I read
My
you a
wife likes
bedtime
watching all
story.
these, like all the
These are classic
documentaries that
stories
come
you
up on like
loved as
Netflix
kids,
about all the
like Peter Pan,
different.
Little
I know
Women.
there's a lot of them
I watch
coming
all
up,
those
right?
too.
Like
And they're so good.
the
They're
cold
always
case
so good.
files and
Yeah,
like
the
the
cold cases are like-
missing,
Right here.
the
Even the solved ones.
mysteries, unsolved mysteries. Oh my God,
Sweet
bro,
dreams.
unsolved mysteries. That's
Dude.
my
yeah, she-
jam,
That
dude.
new
Through all of
season. But you know what? I started looking into some of those cases, and they leave out a lot of stuff, and like it kind of points the perspective into thinking one thing when maybe there's more to it.
I
You
know.
gotta make it-
Sometimes you gotta be careful and really dig.
All right, I,
Yeah.
Also making it good TV,
Turn
right?
into a sleuth, right?
I gotta ask you guys:
Yes.
have you heard? It's not a podcast; it's a book/movie. Have you heard of Missing 411? No.
Never.
Oh my God. Okay.
I don't know.
It's like a true crime thing, and what it is, it's about these people that have gone missing in parks, and it's only in national parks.
Okay, yeah.
Israel Keys.
And the guy's
Right?
David Politis.
No.
No.
David Politis.
Yeah, he's a cop. He's like a retired cop detective, of 30 years, and he was a friend asked him like, hey, can you look at this case? It was a personal friend of that person, like a family member. He's like, can you look at this case? So he started looking into it, and then when he looked deeper, he started noticing all these disappearances of people in national parks, and how the park rangers and stuff didn't keep like cops would of missing people, right? There's no database of people going missing in national parks. And so that on its own is kind of weird and strange, but when he started looking at all the details of all these missing people, like how there'd be small children that were 2 or 3 years old, and then they would find them alive, but they would be 12 miles away after only being missing for 3 or 4 hours. It's how's a 3-year-old, right? How's a 3-year-old get
really
12
spooky.
miles? And then there'd be people they found a kid, and I hate to say it, but the kid was deceased, or they never found the kid, but they found his shoes and his pants up on a rock that was
Yes, I know which
basically,
one you're talking
you know what I'm
about.
talking about? And it was
Yeah.
impossible to get to for even skilled climbers, almost.
Yeah.
And the kid's belongings were up there stuffed under a tree. It's really spine tingling when you start to read into this stuff, and that's why when you said that, I was like, oh man, I wonder if she's heard of the 411, because that stuff, I get goosebumps when I start to read.
Yeah, that's not even true crime. That's ghost.
Is that
story.
Right?
Yeah, that's like paranormal, right?
It's weird, man. Because you don't know what the hell is happening to these people. And this guy is I like it because he's a cop, so he's not oh, it's UFOs, it's Bigfoot. He's I don't know what it is. It's weird. He's but I'm just trying to give you the facts. This is what happened. This is what was found. The person was found deceased. The person was found alive. The person was never found. But there's a lot of factors that are the same again and again and again. And so it's the same thing is happening to these people, different people. And there's thousands and thousands of people that go missing in national parks, Mike.
Yeah, it's
I'm never
weird.
going to a national park now.
I know. After I read that, I was I'm never going to.
So there was a
Chattahoochee
serial
National
killer
Uh-oh.
named Israel Keys, and it's another one that Cassie put me on. It's a podcast called True Crime Bullshit, and
I like the
guy,
title.
right? This guy went under the radar for decades, and he would have kill kits stashed all over the country. And he would fly out somewhere, rent a car, drive another couple 100 miles, retrieve a kill kit, and just kill somebody randomly in a national park.
Jesus, a kill kit? That's
The dude would then the dude would rob a bank and then stash the money with more supplies for a kill kit in another area not too far away, or in another location, another national park or whatever, one state over or something like that. And
Was
the
that in the
dude,
United States?
yeah,
It
it was
was
in the United States. He started off in Washington State area, maybe Oregon, and then he moved to Alaska. And one of the points they made was a lot of the times when he would travel, he would buy a plane ticket from Alaska to Oregon, right?
yeah.
But then he wouldn't go through customs. He wouldn't go through the airport in Portland. He would come over the border from Canada. So he would drive. So he would have customs coming in from Canada, but no customs going into Canada from driving, and things like that. He did that with Mexico a bunch of times, and he got away with it for so very long, and then he just did something stupid.
Do they know how many people he
What did he do?
He used a victim's credit card in
So
Texas on a road
stupid.
trip.
The smallest mistake. That's it. That's done.
yeah.
And it's
Like-
an obvious one.
Finito?
You know?
Yeah,
It's like you
wanted-
It's like
wanted
you
to
want.
get caught.
I know. That's exactly what I was about to say,
Yeah.
Caberns. It's
he
like
had
you
to have
wanted
wanted to get caught.
dude.
Yeah,
At that point, you don't do this for so long and then screw up so easily.
And then when they caught him, he was on a road trip where it was like him driving, and he was by himself, and his daughter was with his brother or his sister or something like that in a different car. And when they pulled him over, and they found the credit cards, they found weapons, they found a kill kit, I think a kill kit supplies in the trunk and stuff like that. The only thing he asked was like if they get his daughter away from him,
did they know? Did they know, Mike?
Nobody knew.
No,
Nobody
like the
knew
daughter,
about it.
the daughter and the brother had no idea.
No,
oh,
no
bro,
idea.
That's creepy.
Nobody had. The night before, he murdered this chick and cut her up and put her in the lake while his daughter and girlfriend slept in the same house. And that was the girl.
Could you imagine
whose credit card he was using?
Being the girlfriend or the daughter, you know what I'm saying?
The one thing I will say about this case is they are
sig-
very, very good at protecting the identity of his daughter.
That's insane.
That's good.
Could you imagine that? You're
dude,
married
the dude
to someone.
Got caught and died in prison. Like 2012, maybe earlier than that. Even I don't even know.
Wow. Could you imagine that, dude? Like you're married to your wife, right? And then like you get pulled over, and the cops pull your wife out of the car or something, and you're like, what the hell is going on?
Exactly.
And then she's a serial killer.
That's the freakiest part about it all, right?
What? Like
that's the scary part.
Yeah, because like that's the thing. They're like experts at being normal.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what. That's the thing. Like, go ahead,
yeah.
Roberts.
I was watching Dexter. If you guys ever.
Oh
watched Dexter.
yes.
Yes.
At least I didn't finish that show, but for the first few
Why, man? The ending was great.
I didn't like the ending.
That I know what the ending is, and I'm glad.
I will tell you.
I wasn't
only
a fan
person,
of the ending.
I'm
You
the
might be the only
person in
person
the world
You are.
that thinks that it's the only ending there could have been.
No, it
What
could
other ending is
no,
there?
No,
Dexter,
come on, man.
Dexter doesn't ride off into the sunset.
You're right. He doesn't. But he did.
And
That's
he
how it
doesn't
ended.
die. And he
No, gets
doesn't
caught.
die.
He should have gotten caught.
Yeah, either caught
No, he
or
doesn't
death
get caught.
by police.
Apparently that was
He
the
doesn't get caught
original
and he
ending.
doesn't die, dude. He
Apparently
gets
the
away
original
with it.
ending was that
and
he was
he
going to
goes
get caught.
He
back
did.
under the
That was
radar.
the original ending. He got caught.
It was like an original conception ending or something like that, where it's like he gets caught and like it ends with him on death row or something like that. You have to
That
look
would
it
be
up. I can't
appropriate.
remember.
I would like that.
I can't remember it exactly, but I
But
gave
I
up
still
somewhere in the
think-
last season.
I still think it gives them, it gives him that God status that Dexter deserves.
No, this is what they should have
He can't
done.
get caught and he can't die.
They should have had another serial killer of serial killers kill him,
That would have worked.
and then they had a
Oh.
new show for
Dude.
that.
Yes.
Rule of two, baby.
It's a
Rule
spin-off,
of
but it's the
two.
same show.
It's like the same show, but it's a spin-off, yeah. And
Oh,
like
it's kinda
people
like
like
Power.
love it. They like, oh,
They
what?
got a show
what?
called. They got a show called Power that just did that, I believe. I'm on the
Yeah,
last
the show's
season
called
of Power,
Power
and then there's
2.
Power 2. Yeah.
Wait. Oh, okay. You're saying like it's the same show, but it's like I got you.
Yeah, it's like I don't know the ending of the other one. Hey, Blue Eyes, what's happening? I see you there in chat.
Welcome. Yeah, but man, I'm telling you, you guys, you need to check that 411 thing out.
What is it called?
It's 411, and Mike, this is why I brought it up too. Yep, missing 411. There's one specifically for hunters.
Oh,
where hunters go missing.
Hey.
Yeah.
I checked it out, but I'm never gonna.
Let me
read
do
it.
that. Let me
Yeah,
do that
no,
the
dude.
night before I bring my
Listen.
daughter on her first hunting trip.
No,
Let's do
listen.
that.
Yeah, dude. I read
Let's
that.
go there.
And the wife was like, "Hey, we need to take a vacation. Where do you want to go?" I was like, "I don't know." She was like, "Hey, we could go to this national park." I was like, "Nope." She was like,
Nope.
"You don't want to go to?" Nope. Like,
I hunt national
what's wrong
parks,
with
too.
you? She's like, "What's wrong with you? Why do you not want to go to this national?" I was like,
Yeah, missing 411.
"Nah, I'm good. I'm good, man. Don't need to go there. Why do I need trees? I see trees. I see trees all the time. Why I need to see any more trees or rocks? I see them.
Show me some pictures.
I can go outside and see trees or rocks." She's like,
I
"But it's
feel like that's the
majestic,
whole-
you know."
That's the whole East Coast is just trees. The West Coast is cool. We got like there's like desert, mountains. I mean, there's mountains on the East Coast too, but it's like desert. Then they have like this pebble desert in New Mexico. It's like these giant rocks that the wind and sand have eroded into like these spherical shapes, and they're like big. They're huge. But you're driving along and they look like little tiny pebbles strewn across the landscape with these gigantic rocks that have just been rounded off by the wind and the sand and erosion.
Pretty cool.
Right? Nature's great.
Yeah.
If I can never cross the border again, I'll go check that out.
Right? Maybe one day. One day.
So
I don't know if
speaking
you would
of-
want to, though.
Speaking of nature, have you
One
ever
day.
heard of the 100-mile wilderness? Up in I believe it's in Maine. It's
No.
100 square miles of wilderness, right? And there's
Okay.
like there's like a hunter's cabin or trapper's cabin in there, but there's no. It's the only place in the United States that has no human dwelling within 100 square miles at all. No,
Wow.
no like telephone poles, nothing. Like it's like a complete dead zone. You can't get cell phone signal in there. And they even say it like at the beginning of the trailhead, because I used to go up the Appalachian Trail a lot when I was Eagle Scout, and we would learn about, because it goes all the way from the North Georgia all the way up into Maine. The Appalachian Trail is like long as hell, but we would just learn about it, and they were like talking about the 100-mile wilderness, and it's like this 100-mile patch, and so they're like, hey, if you're not prepared, do not enter this place because you could get lost and you will die, because there's no cell service, there's nobody coming to help you. It's freaky. It's pretty crazy, man. Think about it. 100 square miles, man. That's a lot of
That's like some backcountry stuff, man. I tell you what, that's the kind of hunting I want to do. I want to go out there and just,
bro. They probably got some primo bucks.
camp
up there,
out on the trail.
Dude.
Oh yeah.
I love like survival stuff.
Yeah.
So I would so die out there. I promise you.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
like, oh yeah, I think I could make a one of those drill bows or whatever I don't even know what they're called, but
Yeah,
to make
bow drill.
fire.
Yeah, bow
that.
drill.
I can't do that. What are you talking about?
It's easy. I
I
made
like
one
to
this
think
summer.
I could.
I think
you could. I think you could figure it out. You'll be like, oh man, I remember it looks like this, and then you would like figure out the nuances. I think.
Like Naked and Afraid. Oh man.
Or Alone.
After a day, I'm like,
I look at that and I'm like, no way. It's just
starving.
I don't know.
and
I wouldn't do
Afraid.
Naked and Afraid.
Yeah, Alone. Like Mark of the
I'll
Future
do
brought that
Alone.
up. Yeah,
Yeah.
but like Naked and Afraid, like why you gotta be naked, man?
Nah. Yeah.
it's
nah.
just more demoralizing.
Yeah, I feel like it's just like, it's like saying like, hey, can you survive? And then they're like, you know what? How can we
This
make
is
this?
primitive as it gets, right?
How can we make
course they
this
can
more
survive.
interesting? How can we make
But
this more
not naked.
humiliating? We make them naked.
Hey,
Yeah,
I'm
they're
Flora,
naked,
and I
no
host the
clothes
Oh, man.
every
at
I
all.
said it makes good it makes good
Listener
TV.
calls
Right?
That's
questions
true. It
and
is.
Right.
It does
It
make
is.
good TV.
I like that show.
like
I ain't
what
gonna lie.
podcast
I've never
should I
I've never
listen to
watched
when
it, to
there
be
are
honest.
9
Like I've
million
flipped through channels and
options?
it's on, and I'm
If
like,
you're
oh yeah,
wondering
this looks
about that
stupid,
too,
and I change it.
Here's a place to start.
Oh, it's pretty
Spotify
good.
has a new tool, podcast.
It's pretty
like-
good.
Oh,
Like who's
man.
gonna be in the woods and be
Check it
naked?
out.
Like,
Search
come
for
on now.
podcasts.
So
It's not like anyone else is around except all the cameras.
Yeah.
have you guys?
Apparently people want to.
So all these people are
Crab
just
table over
surviving
there.
while everyone's filming you around. You're just
have
like having a
trouble
snack
falling
bar.
asleep?
You're sitting there in the middle of the woods, just
Well, then
Right.
you should check
Right.
out
Trying
this
to
new
survive.
podcast
Do you guys have
called
any
Dream. Each week,
prep
we read you a
stuff
bedtime story.
ready?
These are classic
Do you have
stories
like
we
food
loved
and
as a
water
kid,
and
like Peter Pan,
MREs
Little
and
Women,
solar
Wizard of Oz.
panels and
So
go
get tucked
bags
in
and stuff in your
drift
car,
off
or am
into
I
a
the only
snoozy
weirdo
story.
that has
Click
that?
right here to listen
Currently,
on
I have a
Spotify.
pack in my car that has. I
Sweet
mean, in my
dreams.
truck at any given time, I have enough supplies to make it on my own in the wild for at least a week.
Yeah,
But right now,
yeah.
because it's hunting season, I have more gear that I carry around on me
Yeah,
for hunting purposes. So
I made it I don't know why I got into survival and everything, but I ended up making like a little bunker down in my house, and I made it to where I have up to 6 months of food and water stored down
hell
there.
yeah,
And
I've always wanted to do that, but
dude. Or
it's
do you have like the buckets of slop? Is that what it is?
no, it's like
Buckets
so
of
I got like
slop?
buckets of rice, buckets of
Okay.
beans, buckets of like stuff that's
Oh, man,
non-perishable.
that's the smartest way to do that.
Canned
That's great.
foods. Then I've got like 3 months of MREs on top of the 6 months of like canned food, rice, beans, all that stuff. And that's just like an emergency type thing. Then I've got like a solar panel battery box that you can put out in the sun, and it's like camo, so you could literally just put it out in your garden, and people probably won't see it. You charge that, and then you can charge your phone, you can charge your radio, whatever off of it. And I've got like a little CB radio, the little Baofang. You can listen to everything. It's two-way radio. You can communicate with people and listen to other stuff. Yeah, dude. After that bath salt zombie escapade, bro, I was like, I'm not getting unprepared, bro.
We've got a virus that's worldwide. Like, I'm just waiting.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Listen.
Honestly, guys, though, you guys got it all on me. Like, I live in a huge, big city, and I've got nothing. Just nothing. If we ever go down, I'm done. I'm done.
You know what though? I think it's because too, like me and Mike, like we live in the country, so it's like we have to drive. Like I have to drive. I kind of live in a rural area, but I still have to drive, 10 miles to get to a grocery store. Even though it's down like rural streets and stuff like that, I still have to drive to get to a grocery store. It's not like, I don't know, Cooper. It's like, can you walk like out your apartment or whatever, and like there's like a Trader Joe's equivalent or something up there in Canada?
There's a grocery store with.
Come on, is there a Tim Hortons on the corner?
Is
Tim
there?
Hortons right across the street.
Yeah.
See?
Hey,
there you go.
Are they as good as they? Because I have a Canadian friend, and she said that they're pretty awesome.
It used to be better.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Are they slacking? They slacking now?
Yeah. No, they were. I mean, no offense. They're owned by an American company now.
Oh, that's
no.
Listen.
So that means they're good, right?
No,
it's just not as good, but it's more of like a Canadian,
right?
It's a Canadian icon. So
yeah, you can't take. Listen, I love America. Okay, I live here. I love it. I love the place. I love everything American. But you can't. It's like you can't take something like British or Canadian or Australian, and then like it's owned by a Canadian company, and then all of a sudden somebody it's going to change, and it's not going to be as good, man. The Americans are great, but you just can't do that, man.
The coffee's not as good anymore, but the donuts, the breakfast,
still okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna get some.
I guess at least they kept something, right?
So, do you guys have Dunkin' Donuts in Atlanta?
What about Starbucks?
You're in Atlanta, right?
Atlanta, yeah, of course we have Dunkin' Donuts, man.
See, we don't have Dunkin' Donuts here. We have like a Dunkin' Express and some gas stations somewhere. So we don't have a full. There's a full.
I mean, a Dunkin' Express is the same
Dunkin'
thing.
In Lake Charles.
I think
no, it's not. No, it's not. You can't get hot food.
Wait, what is a Dunkin' Express? Is it just like a little box?
It's like this little kiosk right in the gas station where they have donuts, and it's just Dunkin' Donuts, right?
Can you at least get a coffee there?
Like, yeah, you can get coffee, but it's like the gas station licensed Dunkin' Donuts.
Do they have like the donuts behind them? Like the row of donuts, and it's like Boston cream, chocolate thing,
it's like
and this
a self-serve gimmick. It's like a little cabinet. You take your donuts out. It's like a self-serve gimmick at the truck stop.
Oh yeah, I understand what you're talking about.
That's
like at an airport or something too.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, they're not bad, but they're not.
Ugh.
We like different style donuts down here, man. We get donuts from a place called Meshes, and it's not like your regular old cake donuts, man. That's some old Cajun donuts. Oh, the one in Carencro is like Louisiana, dude. That's my spot. I go over there. Every year I buy my wife a king cake for her birthday. Raise your hand if you know what a king cake is. Okay, so every year we have Mardi Gras, right? Y'all know what Mardi Gras is.
Oh yeah, that I know. That I know.
Oh yeah.
King cake so y'all really don't know what a king cake is?
No, they don't know what a king cake is.
No, ma'am. Wait, okay, you're saying king cake, like K-I-N-G?
King cake. All right. So a king cake is it's a cake.
Yeah.
It's a cake that you get, during Mardi Gras for your Mardi Gras parties and things like that.
Right.
Look, definitely a mimic nose.
Baby in a cake.
And traditionally they would hide a little plastic baby in the cake, and whoever slice has the baby in it has to buy the next king cake. And it's just like a sweet dough, it's a sweet dough bread, right? It's usually made with like a cinnamon log. That's kind of like a cinnamon roll, but they twist it and make it into a circle.
Yeah.
And they bake it. They put colored sugar on top, and they fill it with different fillings and stuff. It's very sugary. It was real good, but they have the donut places around here make one, but they make it out of donut.
Yeah,
It's
we
always
like a
purple,
legit
green, and yellow.
purple, green, and yellow. And dude, those donut king cakes are so good. One year I went and bought a large. I always get a large. My wife's like, "Don't get a large. We don't need a large." And I'm like, "Nah, man, I'm gonna eat half that cake too."
They're
So
so sweet though.
I get a
They're very
large
sweet.
one, and I show up over there, and they're like, "Here's your order," and there's 2 king cakes, and I was like, "Nah, I only ordered 1." And she's like, "Oh no, I felt like the large wasn't big enough, so I gave you another medium." And I mean, the thing is like this. Dude, we had so much king cake that year.
My mom makes something similar to that. We call it an edible Yule log. And like it looks like a Swiss roll, like a giant Swiss roll.
Right.
And so she uses Bavarian cream and whipped cream, and she mixes it together. And then she makes a cake, and then she'll roll she'll put the cream on the top, and then roll the cake up like a tube.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that, sort of.
Kind of,
right?
but this is like.
There's no baby.
Like, so,
what's with the baby?
you
What
go-
is that?
you
Where,
go-
where did that come from?
You get the baby.
baby.
Yeah.
They still have those in there?
Sufficient. They don't stick them in the cake anymore, but they have them on the side that once you have the cake, you hide the baby.
Imagine somebody choked on it once and that was the end of it.
Yeah, they just ate the
Yeah,
baby,
pretty
and they're
much.
like, "Where's the baby? Isn't there supposed to be a baby in the cake? Somebody
Oh,
ate
you
the
gotta ruin it.
baby."
But a traditional king cake is made out of cinnamon log, which is basically, you know how you buy the Pillsbury tube of cinnamon rolls.
Yeah.
It's the log of cinnamon dough that's not cut, right?
Right.
And so what they do is they stretch it out and they twist it and turn it into a big circle on a tray, and then bake it.
Stuffing.
And then you pick a filling, which is usually like a Bavarian or a fruit filling or whatever. They even have people that put boudin in them now, which is just basically it's just a stuffed bread is all it is. It's just a stuffed bread with boudin in it.
Yeah.
But with like some maple syrup on top.
Yeah, with the cane syrup and like
that's it, cane
pecans.
syrup.
No, it's bacon. They
And
put bacon
bacon.
on top. Yeah, that was
All
good.
sounds very good. I'm sold.
Dude, for real. So, they're really good, man. They are really good. That's a king cake. That's the donut places make them out of donut, but traditionally they're made out of cinnamon log.
Only Mardi Gras season.
You can make one yourself at home if you want. I'll send you a recipe. My wife is a bakery person.
Yeah, why not, man? Send me one. Speaking of
My
babies, I read that you're raising butterflies. Cassie?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I have honestly can say 100% certainty. I have never. I don't think I've ever known anybody who raised butterflies. That's pretty interesting.
I've never seen that before. You sent me that snap.
So you gotta like collaborate. We gotta collaborate and listen on that. What's going on with raising the butterflies, man?
Well, it's actually where we used to work, Mike.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if you remember the fence area by the warehouse.
Uh-huh.
There's a bunch of just trees, bushes out there.
Yeah, there's usually a big old rabbit back there. One year, one of the drivers would come in early and like hide back there with a BB gun trying to get that rabbit.
Oh my lord.
It was
Well,
hunt season. So.
There's a passion flower vine, something like that. And apparently the Gulf fritillary, I can't really say it, okay? Forgive me.
Was it like the butterfly species?
Yes.
Species?
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't say that word.
They chew on the leaves, the little caterpillars, and they're orange.
Yeah.
And they have like these black spikes, and they look scary, but they're
They're not the stinging kind, right?
No.
Oh,
they're
man.
actually really soft if you touch it.
I haven't seen the stinging kind around in the last few years.
You gotta have like balls of steel to touch a caterpillar.
Mate, I looked it up, and I waited for to touch it.
She said, meh. Meh, I looked it up.
Man, I looked it up.
Meh.
So what? I mean, what made you want to do that? Like, you were just kind of like
Miss Debbie at work.
Yeah.
Mike knows Miss Debbie.
Yeah.
Good old
She
Miss Debbie.
started doing it, and then she discovered this. It's like a butterfly haven at work. I mean, they were everywhere, and the caterpillars were everywhere. So I was like, I want to do this too.
Must be pretty
So
on
That's
the
I
cool.
hatch,
got
man.
cages
really cool.
and I took them home, and I'd bring leaves with me, you know, every other day and feed them. And
Yeah.
these caterpillars, they shed their skin, those little spikes I was telling you about.
Yeah.
They like shed that like 4 times or so.
Wow.
Because they grow out of their skin and they have to like get out of it.
Yeah, they molt,
So
right?
So
Weird,
crazy.
but
It's
cool.
crazy. Yeah. And then once
Dude.
they've ate enough, they go somewhere else and they hang in a little J position. It takes like 18 hours until they go into, we normally call it a cocoon, but it's actually a chrysalis
Yeah.
for a
Yeah.
butterfly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay,
I thought it
I
was
guess.
a cocoon.
It's a
You know?
cocoon for a moth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So, anyways, and it looks like a dead leaf or bird poop. And
Wow.
that type of butterfly, it takes a little while to come out, but it's so cool when it does. And I've always wanted to hold a butterfly. It's like every girl's dream to hold a butterfly, and I finally got to. And I've been addicted to it.
That's
pretty
cool.
cool,
They
man.
got a lot of them still out there.
No, it's starting to dwindle
It's
down.
like a seasonal thing. Maybe
Yeah.
next time they go into whatever seasonal thing they do, I might have to get you to grab me a few for the
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be a cool
I'm
thing for
starting to
kids.
get butterfly plants and stuff. So
There you
next
go.
year it's on. It's on. That's why I've been working in the garden and stuff. I'm like trying to get it butterfly ready.
Get it
I feel like
prepped.
2020 is the year of the garden.
Yeah, dude.
Everyone's
bro.
home to do it.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
Everybody's home to do it, and they're so bored out of their heads, right?
well, not only
Everyone
that,
needs
but
an
then
outlet right now.
exactly, and then you don't have to go to the grocery store to get vegetables if you grow enough of them and stuff like that. And,
Raise both arms
and
wave
you
goodbye
know
to
where they're
anything
coming
that
from. They're
holds you
coming from
back.
your
Let
freaking
the world see
backyard,
those
you know.
underarms. Devil
Well, I got
Dance Kid's
brown
new
thumb,
formula
so
with
this is
natural
gonna be
oil.
hard
It's
for me.
Brown
effective
thumb?
and kind to skin.
I'm still.
Brown
Underarms
thumb?
feeling healthy
I-
and protected,
yeah.
and you more
All right, I don't want to know what
bad.
you're doing with your thumb,
I
but
know, it's not that type of brown.
If you like new country music,
But it's
listen
just
to
like
Hot
I
Country,
kill
a playlist
everything.
curated by Spotify.
So I
Find
really
your
have to
favorite
go out
artists
there
like
every
Luke
day.
Combs, Kelsey Ballerini,
I'm
and Thomas
always
Rhett.
tired,
Tap the banner now
but I have to
listen
force
to Hot
myself to
Country.
go. That's probably
You gotta take care of 'em.
other underlying health issues that I've got.
Yeah.
That I'm extremely tired, but
Does it help you like you have something to focus on like that? The
it
butterflies
does.
and the garden and stuff.
that's really what got me moving.
Take your
know,
mind
out
off
of
of it.
this bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has the doctors like? I'm sure you still see doctors quite a bit, right?
Yep.
Do
Every year.
have they told you, like, is it gonna get better as time goes on? Is it gonna stay the same, or they don't know? I mean, the doctors usually would tell my dad they don't know. Like, oh, we don't.
They really don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't know, especially since I was so young
Yeah.
when I got it. That
Yeah.
makes it just more time for me to get it again.
Oh man.
That's how I look at it.
That's rough.
Yeah,
Yeah, it really is.
That's
And my aunt, she's had it 3 times already.
odd.
My
Wow.
cousin, she was, I think, even younger than me when she got it. So, it's not that bright of a future in that department, but
Well,
hope.
One day at a time, right?
one day at a
Yeah.
time.
One day
Right
at a time.
now-
That's
Right now, I gotta go do a biopsy on my thyroid.
Ooh.
But I read that that's very common,
Yeah.
and it's rarely cancer.
Yeah, that's what
Still
sucks.
annoying.
It is because
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
amazing even when you finally get like cleared, but you're still going to the doctor all the time,
Yes.
getting tests, seeing the doctor, doing this X-ray, biopsy, blah 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 blah. So
And it's not just one doctor. It's
Nope.
a bunch of different doctors.
yep, that's what sucks. Did you go to like a hospital, or did you actually go to like a cancer center, like a breast cancer center? Like what?
I did,
Yeah,
but it was associated with the hospital.
I got you. So like a wing of the hospital or something like that, sort of.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not really connected, but they're part of that hospital.
That's good that they had like people that were, because you go to the hospital, sometimes you just get like doctors that aren't really specialists in that. So
Oh yeah, I didn't want to do that.
Yeah, it's
you know
good.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. It's good that you went there and got somebody that really that's what they do. Like this is all I do. This is all I think about, and this is all I try to cure is breast cancer and stuff like that. So,
Yeah, my grandparents and they wanted me to go to MD Anderson in Houston. It's like I don't want to go there.
Is that like
every
a
3
general
weeks to
hospital,
get chemo.
or is that?
Isn't that that's like one of the bigger cancer hospitals, right?
Yes, yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
MD Anderson.
Yeah.
MD Anderson.
All I gotta say is, don't go to the VA if you got cancer. Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Bro, it is. I mean, don't go to the VA for anything, really. I love. Don't get me wrong. I love the VA and stuff for providing free government care and stuff like that. But man, it is. Until my dad gets sick and stuff, I did not realize how bad it was. I'd take him up there for like a checkup or a physical or something because he'd get it for free, even without insurance. But man, you're talking about waiting and waiting and waiting, like waiting 6 hours for medication,
Lord.
Yeah, sitting in the lobby for like 6 hours for medication, and he's just like sitting back in the thing trying to sleep, got this huge knot on his neck. Yeah, man, I feel for you because I've been through it, Cassie. So
That's ridiculous.
I pray for you, man. I hope you don't ever get it again. I hope you live to your 120 or however old you want to be.
For sure.
And you
Hey
don't
man,
ever
by
get it
then
again.
we'll be able to. By then we'll be able to download our minds into an Xbox and just play games for the rest of existence.
If that's the case, I'm good being there.
Right.
We'll just Discord will just make you a virtual, avatar, and you can just live in Discord for the rest of your life.
Turn her into Cassi bot.
Yeah, Cassie bot. Is there anything else you want to talk about, Mike, Caburns, Cassie? You guys have anything else y'all want to throw on the table?
One thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Just so you guys know,
Yes,
men
ma'am.
can get breast cancer too.
I heard.
That is true.
In fact, my surgeon who did the mastectomy is a breast cancer survivor himself.
Did he have to get a mastectomy?
I don't really remember
Yeah.
if he told me.
Well, you were probably on a lot of drugs, I'm guessing, right?
I couldn't. At first, I didn't believe him because he had that personality that was very jokey.
Yeah.
But he was serious. I don't remember if I asked him or not, but he said multiple times that he was a breast cancer survivor. So
Yeah, I don't really know how you go about asking. Like, that's kind of like an awkward question to ask. Like, to say, like, hey, by the way, did you get one of your breasts lopped off?
Yeah, like how do you approach that subject?
That's like not an icebreaker at all. And I don't really know how you would go about asking somebody something like that. You know what I'm saying?
I talk about my uni all the time.
your uni?
Yeah, that's what
You wanna talk
Lori
about
at
it.
work calls me. She calls me
Okay.
uni.
Oh
I'm
God.
perfectly fine with it because you just have to make a joke out of it sometimes. It makes you feel better.
I agree.
Cyclops.
Yeah.
Because I got one,
Cyclops.
I don't have the
Oh
other.
my
Yeah.
God.
That's ironic that you named your daughter Leela.
Oh my God.
That's good.
That's coincidence.
Yes.
Coincidence.
So, one of the reasons why I wanted to put together this podcast was to not only interview Cassie, but I had approached Cassie earlier this year. Once I started streaming, every year I have all daughters, so breast cancer is one of the things that it's like on my radar, right?
It's prevalent in your situation. Yeah.
Prevalent, right? So every year, we wear the pink and we share the memes and we do all the gimmicks. I said, well, now I kind of have a little bit of a platform, and I know other people, and we have this tight knit community. Let's do something that can make a difference. So, Cassie has picked out a charity, and what we're going to do is we're running basically a charity campaign. I'm running it all month long. on not only on my channel and my Discord, but if anybody wants to be a part of this, like 100%, hit me up. I just threw the link in chat for the Tiltify. We're supporting Breast Cancer Can Stick It. It's a they're actually doing an event this weekend on Sunday called Drumathon. It's a drummer who she's a breast cancer survivor, so now she uses her talent in drumming to raise money, and the money that they do raise goes towards helping breast cancer patients with paying their bills, paying their medical bills, mammograms, like the whole nine. Not just like some of these bigger charities that you don't know how much money is getting to the actual people. This is something that started small and is still gaining steam. Nice. So once the goal is $250, and I put some rewards in there. Anybody who donates any amount is going to get put into a drawing. I'm going to send them this Satyr Gaming mouse, 6-button gaming mouse. And if for those of you who got deeper pockets than others, if you donate at least $50, you will get the first ever Outlaw gimmick box. Cagematic knows what I'm talking about. I've been talking about doing this for quite a while. It's basically just a Cajun goods, localized Cajun goods, foodstuffs, and recipes, like a subscription box, right? So I'm gonna hand curate this box to show some of the stuff that you can only find here.
Yeah.
We got some good stuff around here.
Like some slap your mama,
Oh man, some Cajun food is
sounds
magnifique.
Just fantastic.
Also, included in that box is going to be some traditional Cajun recipes.
Yeah.
That I have a couple of cookbooks that are from like the 50s and the 60s. So that's some good old maman recipes.
Old school grandma recipes.
That's right. And look, if you guys knock it out of the park, if we were able to knock it out of the park and meet our goal of 250, we'll set a higher goal with higher rewards. The more people involved, the more we can do, the better we can help, and that's what it's about. So yeah, man, that's it. That's really what I wanted to talk about. Cassie, usually we do a thing where, Mr. Wicket, what did you miss? You missed a lot, buddy.
The whole thing.
What's up, Wicket? Just a little bit. That's all.
Normally when we wrap up the podcast, we ask our guests to describe in 10 words what they love the most about parenting and or streaming, but we can substitute gaming.
Yeah, streaming, gaming.
Could be a mixture of both. It don't have to be 10 words either, but it's like, what is the most prevalent part of parenting that seems to bring it all together for you?
Start somewhere else. Hold on, let me hear somebody else.
Well,
okay, Caburn.
Yeah, Caburn, say what? You're our other special guest, so
yeah,
take it away, brother.
You first.
That's streaming and or parenting, or both, or everything?
Both. Yeah, like both. So I guess talk about parenting and then tell you what you like about that, and then honestly, on to streaming.
Yeah, I mean, I love watching my kid just kind of grow up and like discover the world around her, and to me, like, that is just the most like wonderful thing ever. Seeing it through her eyes, that's one of my most favorite things about parenting. And honestly, I love that for myself about streaming and gaming, getting to discover that world, all for the first time as I just started doing this a couple months ago and playing games forever. But
yeah, you get new people,
friends, everything. Yeah,
love that, man. I tell you what, I'm gonna second that. And my son did something recently. He started standing up on his own, and so you can see the baby jail behind me.
Yeah.
So he'll stand up and he'll put his little hands on the top, right? And he's just high enough to where his little mouth is like right underneath the top. So all you see is this little, exactly what Caburns is doing. And he just goes, and just sits there and like gnaws on the baby jail like he's trying to chew his way out. And it's the most adorable thing in the world to me, seeing him do that. And I second that, Caberns, man. Like watching your kid grow and develop and like see him do new things just warms my heart. You know?
That's it.
It turns me into a softie.
That's it. I realized
heart.
I realized today Harley Quinn's face changed again.
Oh,
and
yeah?
It's like, I like whenever you look at him and you realize just a little subtle change, and it's like, well, now she looks completely different.
Like, who are you?
What in the world did I miss?
What have you done?
You go back to the old pictures and you're
yeah,
like, what?
you're like, wait,
Yeah,
what
my
the
wife's like, yeah, I noticed that like last month. And I'm like,
You're like, damn, now I feel like a bad person.
but Harley Quinn is a trip, man. She's 3 years old and she's got middle child syndrome already.
Mark said maybe she's a changeling.
Maybe she is. All my kids are changelings, man. They go from looking like her mom to me, to the mom to me, and then like a mixture of the both, and then they're themselves, and they're these little people.
I was about to say, is that normal for like your kid to kind of look like one person and then evolve and look like your wife and then kind of change a little bit? Like Caberns, Cassie, have you guys noticed that? Like, Caberns, like, is your daughter like kind of look like you, then look like your wife, or is it just straight up your wife and looks nothing like you?
She is a clone of my wife.
Yeah. Okay.
Just like baby pictures between the two of them, you can't tell.
Yeah. That's kind of weird and awesome at the same time, right?
Not much of me in there.
I do find that she mostly looks like her dad, but sometimes I see myself in her and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, do you guys notice that your kid will do something that like you or your mom or dad or somebody does, like a weird click with their tongue or like a weird movement with their fingers or something, and you see your kid do it and you're like, where the hell did you learn that from? I don't know where you learned that from. And then you see your mom or dad or somebody do that and you're like,
I kept myself doing it.
right?
I didn't realize until I was doing, I'm like, where are you doing that? I did it. I'm like, wait.
Yeah, you're like, I didn't even realize I did that.
In a world that feels
Right?
like
You really have to
everything's happening too fast.
like catch
That's why
yourself,
we
man.
take
You
our cues
gotta
from
look
nature,
inward and
because
realize
it gives us simple
what you're
things.
doing,
So
and
we do our
they're like
best
a
to work
sponge,
with
man.
nature.
Like
Beech-Nut
they'll
Naturals
pick
uses
up
real
on
fruits
stuff
and
that you
vegetables,
thought you were
gently
hiding
cooked to
from them.
preserve nature's
You
intended
thought you was being
Beech-Nut
slick.
Naturals.
Yeah, you ain't being
Simple
slick.
choice.
She knows.
Hey, this
All
is
right,
Amy
Cassie.
Schumer. Did you
Now we're gonna
know
put you on the
that
spotlight.
I have a podcast on Spotify?
Yeah, I noticed when
Are you
she's
serious? You
trying to
didn't know
manipulate.
That? It's called 3 Girls, One
Yeah.
Keith. I
She
hosted
tries to
along with my best
manipulate
friends Bridget Everett,
so
Rachel
bad,
Feinstein,
but
and Keith
no,
Robinson.
I
can't believe you're not
love
listening yet. This is okay. I'm
seeing
sorry. I'm
her
mad, but I'm mad.
learn
Okay, I'm fine now. This
new
season we've got
things,
Quentin
and-
Tarantino, David Byrne, Ronnie
Just-
Chang, and the great news
Okay,
is
at the same
you're
time, I
in
hate
the
it, like
right
her
app to
growing
listen.
up.
So search for
I
Amy
know,
Schumer
man.
Presents Three
She's
Girls,
live
One Keith,
already.
and listen
It
for
does,
free
right?
only
Yeah.
on Spotify.
You like look at it and you're like, whoa, what the hell just happened? Like a year just passed and you didn't even realize it. You know?
Yes.
It goes fast for sure.
I mean,
And
Our
she's
kids
just
are
so
like a
smart.
few months apart, so it's like
Yeah.
that's what gets me is like Zoe will trip me out. What was it she said the other day? It was like a volcano or something like, and she was like, "Yeah, that's magma." I'm like,
Where'd you learn that?
yeah. How do you know that's magma? What are they teaching you in school? Huh?
I know.
All right.
Leela was like,
I'm
God,
impressed.
I don't even know two yet. She was like, "That's a hexagon." I'm like, "What?
Like, where'd that
A
come from?
hexagon?" I had to go look it up just to make sure.
It's like
it was.
you've been reading books on your own time, girl.
That's
it.
My kid started talking to the Alexa, so we got a problem.
Oh wow.
"See, I'm so glad I don't have."
See,
one of
what
those
do
in
you
my
do
house."
with it? What do you do with that, man?
Honestly, mostly
We're training ours to.
Yeah.
We're training ours to work the remote.
I changed my Alexa to a different name, so we have to say computer, like on Star Trek.
That's not cool. Now your kid will pick that one up instead.
I know, right? So so I try not to say it like when the kid's around, you know. But like I'll fake it and I'll be like, Alexa, do this, and nothing will happen. But he's like 8 months, so he doesn't know what the hell's going on. But like I'm just gonna try to train him so he can't be messing with. But I'm sure he's gonna figure it out because he's kids are insanely smart. All right. Well, what about gaming, Cassie? What do you enjoy about gaming? Obviously, Animal Crossing is your jam. So, like, what is it about Animal Crossing that makes you makes you happy, I guess is the simplest way I can put it.
Good lord. I wish I could explain that one to you, but I really can't. Just trying to mesh it into something prettier than Louisiana, I guess. I don't know.
Hell yeah.
And same with like The Witcher. It's just beautiful worlds and the stories. I like story
Yeah, you can
telling kind of games and
yeah, you can get in depth. You can like get like live in the game almost. It's like you get, you know what I mean? That you become part of that world. You get so engrossed in it. I get that for sure.
Yep, that's what scares me
And
about
Leela-
VR.
Oh, I haven't done VR yet.
I haven't gone that way yet, but
yeah, VR's the devil. VR's the devil.
Leela loves
I'm
games
just kidding.
too, though. Leela likes Mario. She likes Kirby. She's a gamer herself.
Also, she likes the old school stuff too, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I need to get a Switch, is what you're telling me, because I'm sitting here trying to figure out what games to play with Zoe, and I bought her a computer. And it's like she doesn't like Minecraft. She doesn't like, you know, she doesn't really know enough about those sort of games. So I've been trying to rack my brain to find something we could play together. I guess I'm gonna have to buy 2 Switches.
Yeah, Leela likes the idea of Minecraft, but she doesn't know how to play it.
Yeah.
She actually was playing Destiny the other day.
Ooh.
Whoa.
It's weird.
I know Kaberts has all kinds of fun on his Switch, man. Dude, I mean, every time I watch him, he's playing something on that, and he's always talking about the community. That's one thing I'm interested in, is getting a Switch for, is the community. Like, is it on Twitch, Kaberts, that you're talking about? Like,
it's everywhere. I've been doing stuff with people I know who have Switch, and some of the people who've been watching me will come in that. So I do every Thursday. I've been playing stuff, not all on Switch, but like a lot of people I know a Switch coming out Thursdays, and we do Mario Kart and stuff like that.
Yeah, because you have a community that's like really like, I'll sit and lurk in your channel a lot, and you really do. You have like an active community, and you always have like a lot of people that are in there like cheering and talking to you and like telling you about, you know, like saying like you know, you're either talking about this game or they're like trying to give you clues or something, and you guys are like, oh, you know, well, did you hear about this in this game? So that's what kind of makes me want to get one, because like, you know, you were talking about the community, and I see it firsthand, you know, in your community.
Yeah, Nintendo just is one of these like few companies that they don't really ever show their hands on what they're planning. At all.
Yeah.
Like, you never know what's coming from them. They just announced Minecraft and Super Smash Brothers, yesterday? Like, that's crazy.
That's
so, like, that's the kind of thing you get from them. So yeah, pretty big community.
Gotcha.
So,
yo,
I want to say one thing right quick, and I'm gonna ask Cassie a question, but I'm gonna make a statement first. It's a shame that Wekizz is not here for this question.
Yeah, it's a Star Wars question, isn't it?
Cassie, what do you think about Star Wars?
No,
God, why you did? Oh no. Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Are you legit asking me, or are you
legit.
making fun of me?
I'm legit asking you.
Oh my God. Okay. Hold on, guys.
I do find it funny that me and Kaberts both have Star Wars shirts on. You can just tell.
Right?
You can just tell.
That's what made me think of this question.
I've never seen any Star Wars ever. But
You got some homework to do.
Yeah, you got a lot of
I
homework
know.
to do.
I've just never had the opportunity at the time. I do now, of course. And I have a special edition Star Wars Rogue, Nissan Rogue.
Wait, you got a Rogue now?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It was a good price, and the car's cool, man.
So you have, which one do you have? Do you have the black one or the white one?
The black one.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm sorry. People think of me very differently when I say that. So I thought you knew that.
Listen, it's okay. I don't think Wekizz has seen any. He just started watching them because he's doing a Star Wars critical thinking on Saturday.
Blasphemy.
Yeah. So our normal host on the Saturday version of this show is not a real big fan of Star Wars.
Yeah.
And half the time we have guests on that we end up talking about Star Wars. And Wekizz is just sitting over there in the side, just kind of twiddling his thumb.
Yeah, that's the one time he
like,
would just not. He's just like,
gotta get going on it.
I know, man. I'm just like, I'm like trying to message him. Like, I'll secretly message him, you know, DM and Discord, and I'll be like, just like, dude, ask the question. Like, it doesn't matter if you think it's dumb or not. Like, just ask the question, man. It's fun.
Yeah.
We will be happy to answer in full descriptive length any question you have about Star Wars. Okay.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it is funny. When you said that, I was like, I know exactly what he's about to start talking about.
What makes it funnier is the fact that I already knew her answer to that question.
You did know.
So that's why she was like, "Are you making fun of me?" No, not at all. I'm not making fun of you.
Yeah, at least 3 times.
I wish Wekizz could have been here for it because he'd have had somebody on his side for once.
Well, he'll have to watch the VOD and he'll see it. It's a good call out for him.
Oh, I just clipped it. I'm about to put it in the
Nice.
I'm literally a poser. My car.
Quite.
It's all right.
Literally.
Listen, you have all the time in the world to watch the Star Wars. You just gotta do it.
I know, and you know what? I did start to do it one day, but I think I was playing Animal Crossing.
This is the easiest way for me. This is what I try to do with my wife. I got her to watch the Clone Wars, the cartoon.
Yeah.
Because it's like 30, it's like small episodes. The movies you're watching 2.5 hours, something like that. But if you just start small, and watch those, and they're fun. Too, there you can watch them with your kids. And I think they're kid friendly, right? PG-13 or whatever.
Yeah, they're like PG-13, I think, or like Y7 or something like that.
They don't have any cursing.
They fight and stuff.
Yeah, but they fight a little bit. But I don't think they show like actual blood or death or anything like that, But
I mean, it's 2020. As much as we try to shield that from our children, they're gonna see it.
It's gonna happen. Yeah.
Like one time, something was on, like YouTube was on the TV, and that one Childish Gambino song, "This Is America," came on, and like I couldn't get it off the TV before the part in the beginning, and
it happened.
And she was just staring straight like this. And I was like, I turned it off and I was like, "Baby, are you okay? Like, do you want to?"
I don't even know what happens.
Her brain probably just
he
focused.
blows, like the dude shoots a guy in the head. Like it's pretty graphic. And I was like, "Are you okay? Do you want to talk about it? Do you have any questions?" She's like, "No, I want to watch Paw Patrol." So I was like, okay, but she understands the
priorities.
She understands the concept of guns are not toys, they're tools, and guns kill things because I'm a hunter. I'm taking her hunting in the morning. Legitimately, we're going squirrel hunting for the first time ever, and she knows like what the process is, but I don't know if she really knows. Like you guys know that my dad passed away in 2012, so my daughter was born in 2015. She never got to meet him, but she knows that my dad died, and so it's kind of like that's the only thing she really knows about my dad. So I'm trying to like tell her stories about him and stuff, because every time the subject of my dad comes up, she's like, "Oh, and he died?" And it'd be like, "Oh, I tell her a story, and she'd be like, "Oh, then he died?" "No, baby, I was a kid." So it's just I don't know. I don't know if she understands the entire concept of death, and that's one of the things that we have to get through if we're gonna do some hunting. She's been after me to take her hunting for like a year and a half now.
Yeah.
So
I told Leela, Dad,
we'll see.
Dead, and you don't get to respawn like in the games.
That's a good way to do it.
So
there is no extra lives. You don't get an extra life.
That is true.
No. That to end on a somber note, that was Cassie, I really appreciate you coming and hanging out with us. And Mike, I think I'm probably gonna pop that link on my stream whenever I get on, just because that's one good thing to just maybe get some awareness to. And I'm really glad that you kind of set this up and got to where people can, our people in our chat can see it, and hopefully they'll, I swear I'm putting this on Anchor, our podcast and stuff on Anchor. I've got to get everything, like all the videos and everything edited and stuff, so we'll have it out there, and then you guys can tell everybody about those and people can listen to them. And it's just a good cause to have, a nice little special podcast. And I really want to thank you, Cassie, for coming on and talking about it, because I know it can't be easy to talk about that.
Thank you.
So I really appreciate
it's
it.
okay. I don't mind talking about it. It
Thank
is what
you.
it is, and
It's just nice for people to hear from someone, and like I said, it's not easy, but
people always come to me with their scares and
Yeah.
stuff, and they always ask my advice. So, I mean,
You're used to
I
talking
get
about it, right?
I am.
And
Well-
I handled it really good when it happened.
yeah,
I
You
really-
did. You did.
But-
Like that's one of the things, we used to work together and we didn't work directly together, but we interacted with each other every single day. And I'm the type of person where I never wanted to just ask you about it or anything like that, because I figure everybody and their mama and their daddy and the grandpappy, everybody's asking you about it. So I'm like, man, screw that. You say it enough. Like, if you want to talk about it, you're going to talk about it with me. But I'm glad because I didn't know the whole story. Obviously, we were coworkers, and I try to stay ethical about my professional life. But I've never been in the perspective of having a family member or someone I'm really close with going through that. So, I'm thank you for showing us, that viewpoint.
Well, a lot of people do not handle it well, and I don't know why I did. I don't handle anything well, but I promise you, next time, if there's a next time, it's not gonna. I'm not
it's
gonna.
not gonna be
handle it
pretty.
well.
It's
gonna
not
be
gonna
rough.
pretty.
I had a scare and I had a meltdown, total meltdown, and I don't go to that doctor anymore. It's actually the nurse practitioner that got me to go to that mammogram.
Oh, that lady.
They all think I'm nuts now.
Wow.
So I don't go there anymore, but they don't understand, and I thought she did because her mom had breast cancer and died.
In your news today.
Oh.
So I was a little offended that she didn't want to talk to me.
Ah,
I needed to talk
nature.
to her.
At Beechnut, we understand
Huh.
the importance
Scare.
of simplicity in a world that feels
Hopefully,
like everything's happening
hopefully
too fast.
you don't have to
That's
deal
why
with
we
it
take our
anymore.
cues from
Yeah,
nature.
you
Yeah,
really
you
do.
need a
because
good
it gives
doctor
us
to
simple
talk to.
foods.
You
So
do.
we
He's
do our
someone
best
who's
to work
informed
with
and
nature.
everything, and they can
Beechnut Naturals uses
be
real
honest
fruits
with you
and vegetables, gently cooked
and
to preserve
give you every
nature's intended
option. That's
nutrients.
another good thing. Is
Beechnut
give you
Naturals,
all the
simple
options that you
choice.
have, because a lot of doctors just want to give you what they want you to do. And they're not going to say you could do this, 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 or this. I prefer this, but you have all these other options as well that you could try. So.
I did. Yes, because it was nothing. But I guess it's like some kind of PTSD. It may sound ridiculous, but
That makes sense.
No,
it
it's-
makes absolute sense.
It makes a lot of sense. For sure.
Yeah.
it's scary thinking about getting it again and going through that. I really don't want to.
free only on
Well,
It's hard.
I'm glad you came on and had the courage to come and talk to us, and
But there's resources everywhere. If anybody
Yeah.
is going through this,
Yeah.
there's always somebody to talk to.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Yeah, I really do appreciate it.
Oh,
And-
and thank you for having me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're fine. If you,
Oh, dude.
and if anybody, if someone is going through something like that, would it be okay for them to maybe reach out to Mike and get your contact info if they wanted to talk?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. That's really cool
that's
of you
great.
to do that.
Yeah.
But
No problem.
hey, Caburns, thank you, brother, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
We've I think we have been trying to get you on here for a while, and finally we did, man, and it was awesome. And
Thank you.
Cassie, again, thank you so much for kind of opening your soul to us.
Thanks
And,
for having me.
It was a lot of fun, and this was different. It's a little more chill, a little more laid back at night and everything, and it's fun, man. I maybe we need to do this a little more often, and maybe get Caburns on here, and we can have different stuff. I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. But Mike,
Yeah, man.
thanks for putting this together, bro. Appreciate it, bro.
Hey, it's my pleasure. Thank everybody for hanging out, participating. Shout outs to everyone that helped me out with the trailer, with the voiceover work, and I'm glad that I was able to put this together.
Yeah, man.
I always want to do something more. I'm one of the type of people, I always want to help people, and sometimes I get carried away, and I help people to the point where it's detrimental to me. But I've always wanted to do something like this where we can come together and try to help people. So.
And remember, guys, if you want to donate, ask Mike. He'll give you the link. You can donate as much as you want or as little as you want. You know, I'm sure any kind of donation would help. You know, we're not, you know, we're just saying if you want to do it, it's for a good cause. And, you know, thank you guys for the chat. Everybody chilling with us. We love talking to you guys. Our community is awesome. I cannot speak enough about the Parents of Twitch community and everybody who's involved with it. And, we're glad to welcome you in our community, Cassie, and we're glad you're here. And
by the way, Cassie is in the Parents of Twitch community. Her Discord name is Prison Mike.
Yeah, Prison Mike. Yeah, when I saw it, I'll admit I was surprised. I thought it was gonna be a dude. I was like, who is this guy Mike invited in the podcast? Prison Mike. I guess it's just a friend just chilling. And then it was like, hi, I'm Cassie, and I was like, what the? Okay. Oh, cool, man. So I was like, all right, I can already tell this chick's awesome. She's got named Prison Mike.